Very soft-spoken and gets his work done very quietly, even when he wants me to acknowledge his work. Just the other day, he was working on a paper and he asked me, how did I do, Miss Hannah? I said, that's very good work. And he leaned over and whispered, well, give me a high five then. The scholar for gentleness goes to Karthikeya. But she can hold her own. She has pizzazz. She loves to sing and dance. Her coloring and writing has been fantastic, and she gets along with everyone in my class. The scholar for joyfulness goes to Carly. Yeah. Very soft-spoken and gets his work done very quietly, even when he wants me to acknowledge his work. Just the other day, he was working on a paper and he asked me, how did I do, Miss Hannah? I said, that's very good work. And he leaned over and whispered, well, give me a high five then. The scholar for gentleness goes to Karthikeya. Recently joined our turtle class but has adjusted, knows what is expected, and he delivers excellent work. The scholar for excellence goes to Krishal. Becomes vibrant. She's one of my loudest, and I enjoy listening to her, and she gets very animated and very involved. The scholar for charisma goes to Chloe. This person loves being a little boy. He's always excited about playtime and moving on to the next activity. He loves to finish his work and go play. One day I asked him to sit and wait for his friends to finish, because he had already finished his work. He looked up and said, this is very hard, Miss Hannah. And I said, what's hard? And he said, just sitting here and waiting. That's hard. The scholar for eagerness goes to Arjun. This person is always happy. She's always smiling. She approaches life as an adventure. She has a zest for life, which is defined as living with a sense of excitement, anticipation, and energy. And she has a lot of that. The scholar for enthusiasm goes to Portland.
The other day I was at home laughing out loud at the computer. My kids kept coming in, what's wrong, what's wrong? And so I was thinking about all the fun things that we've got in our class this year. But anyway, I'm excited to tell you a little bit about each one of them. What Beyblade was. I did not know what Beyblade was, but every day we get a Beyblade report, and so it's really fun to have him in our class. Music is a favorite part of his day. He's always asking when we're going to do music, and when we do, he giggles the entire time the songs are on, so it's really fun to have him in class. Something that I've really noticed that impresses me about this child is that he's very patient, whether he has something very serious to tell me, or whatever it is, whether it's funny or serious, he waits patiently to come and tell me what it is. And another thing about him is every day, whenever he's late, first thing he says to me is, I'm sorry I'm late today, Miss Darcy. So that's really impressive to me. Anyway, so the child that the young scholar award for politeness goes to Rishi. Over a month ago, and she's one of the youngest in our class, but I have never seen her without a smile. She is, and I can tell that creativity runs in her blood because she's so happy and she wishes she could paint every day if she could. So anyway, I really enjoy having her in the class. She's always quick with a hug and loves everybody there. So that this young scholar award for joyfulness goes to Charlotte. But the first day I met her, her older brother had been at the school, and she told me everything she had seen him do and what she wanted to do while she was here at the school. So she has a really great memory. One thing that she quickly figured out our routine she makes sure that I stay on the agenda every day, and that I don't, if I do, she gets a little, she reminds me that this is not what the schedule. She's like a sponge. She absorbs everything. She's been eager to learn, and she's learning flexibility, and she always has a look of concern, and I can tell she's absorbing everything that we are doing in class, and I've really enjoyed having her. And she wants to catch up with everybody else in what they're doing. So this young scholar really goes to Sylvie for determination. A teenager, and I always have to be on my toes when this child is around. She, again, absorbs everything I say. She's very quick with a question or a comment, whatever we're discussing, and she often tests me with what is going on in our world versus her world. She has a brilliant mind and is very creative, and one day, during nap time, I was trying to get her to sit still, and she just said, "But Miss Darcy, I'm stretching in Spanish." Anyway, the award for imagination goes to Ava. Student, she was at our school last year, and she's made came back a complete different student this year. Which was a very pleasant. She is very mature now. She's probably the most mature girl in our class, and she's a natural leader in our classroom, and just amazes me with her comments also. One day we had a visitor come, and she was, testing out to see if she would be interested in coming to the school, and this girl took her right hand, and she went down the list and showed her every classroom rule that we had, and everything she needed to do to be a frisky frog, and I was really impressed. This girl is very strong-willed. She knows what she wants. She has great direction, and really impresses me that she knows what is right and what is wrong. I know she'll stay strong in her beliefs, and she'll be successful. And this person, the award for visionary, goes to Darasimi. This child is very eager to learn. He is knowledgeable about very important things like snakes and reptiles and dinosaurs. He is enthused about learning and interesting. He loves books with facts. And I'm really impressed with how he likes to challenge himself. We had a dinosaur puzzle in our classroom, a big floor dinosaur puzzle, and I was kind of hesitant to get it out because I know every time I have to be there with him to guide him, but it didn't take long before he just took over and he gets that puzzle out and he does it on his own, and I'm really impressed with the drive that he has. He can finish, he loves games, and he loves, I think whenever we play games, there is a cheer heard throughout the school when he wins or when any of his classmates win. He gets really excited. And Ava was right. This award for eagerness goes to her twin brother, Eamon. Okay, this next student, she started out school not knowing a lot of English, but she knew all her letters, and she really impressed me how quickly her English has come. And now, when she has something to tell you, she will chat and chat and chat. And sometimes I still don't understand what she's saying, but her eyes just light up, and you can see that it's all good, whatever she's telling you. So anyway, the thing that really impresses me about this student is she loves everyone in the class, and she wants to be involved in whatever anyone is doing. And she's very sensitive. She has a tender heart. And this student, for the award for friendship goes to Sahana. Okay. Good job. It's just amazing to watch his progression in all academic areas this year. He has gone from, as we call scribble scrabbling, to really good coloring. He loves to color and do all those things. And things have clicked for him. It's been really fun to watch him. And I know, being the fifth child myself, I know how hard it is to break out and become your own person, but this person is definitely his own guy. And it's a lot of fun. And so the award for spirit goes to Cruz.
I talk to you, the parents, because they wouldn't be able to do what they can do without your support. So let's get started.
Ready?
First award. His exuberance is so difficult for him to contain. He He's bursting with news and excitement, and usually he's squealing in delight as he races around the playground. So the Scholar Award for joyfulness goes to Rushin. Smiling wave. He likes to always add a little something extra to his work, and he's always telling me, I am this. The Scholar Award for being the artist goes to Ryan. Did y'all get it?
Right there, right? Go back up there. Remember, you guys are older, go up and down a few times.
This little gentleman, he's got his own energy. Oh my gosh, he's always just, every little moment is its own excitement and energy and observation to life's moments. So the Zesty Zeal Award goes to Vidya. And she can be the most compassionate caterpillar. So the Scholar Award for being perceptive goes to Helene. She is the first one with her hands up to answer the question, to participate in the class. But that's kind of funny because usually I haven't even asked a question. So the Scholar Award for being enthusiastic, for having the most enthusiasm, goes to Tanner. Now, the next Scholar Award, this gentleman, he was one of our friends who was out of town for a long time, and now that he's back, he's having no trouble keeping up with the group because he's always trying his best, trying very hard to keep up. And because of the back and forth and coming and going, I'd have to say the Scholar Award for being the most adaptable goes to Lucky. Nice picture, maybe. Turn the page. My next Scholar Award. This young lady, she has so many stories to share, and all the while she's just smiling from ear to ear. Her gentle demeanor is such a nice addition to our class. So the Scholar Award for sweetness goes to Elena. This little scholar, she's a little sprite with boundless energy. That's the first time I've ever used that word to call her sprite. She's eager to raise her hand and share her answers. And she'll pop up and down in place like a jack-in-the-box during rest time. Honestly, it's like this. We're taking a little break. She just can't contain herself sometimes. So, the Scholar Award for Spirit goes to Ramani. The next award, this little scholar, he has been away for a long time as well. And now that he's back, he continues to stick to the plan. He's getting the job done. He'll say that he can't do it, but he'll try again, and he works it out. So the Scholar Award for Determination goes to Sai. This little man is listening to a story. He internalizes it. He believes that he is a part of that story. So he says, I'm that little boy. I'm that tiger. So the Scholar Award for Imagination goes to Siddharth. Oliver, come on up. Come on up here, young man. Take a step up. Turn around. You're next. All right. He has always been a very thorough student. Often he will stay working on his paper long after we're done. He sits there and he'll continue to color and add whatever he needs to the paper to make it the way he likes it. So, for giving that little bit more, the Scholar Award for being diligent goes to Oliver.
The unique thing also about this group, they know everything that's going on. Whether a parent comes in, a dog comes by, anything that's going on, their radar's on and I know about it. So they know all the little students in here and they were choosing who they thought was getting each scholar. They've kind of had you were pretty good on it too, guys. Did a good job. So our first award today is someone in the Butterfly, Dragonfly, and Explorer group that is very creative, very creative. We've got a lot of creatives, but this person can take a story and make a book out of it. From an easy prompt to writing. They have a lot of creativity. They're very much a diplomat. They get along with their friends very well. And the award for diplomat is Ashton. Working. All of their work is detailed to the. I wish I had that handwriting. That's all I could say. Everything they do, they work very hard at. They're very spirited. Again, as everyone was coming in, I got the alert of who was coming in and exactly what was happening. And so the Spirit Award goes to Kieran. One of the things that we talk about in our class is thinking out of the box. And this year was really hard to choose one person that you would give that award to because there are so many people in this group that in one way or another do think out of the box. The next person that we're going to talk about is somebody who could have a conversation with one of our frisky frog and caterpillar friends, to the President of the United States, to a physicist, a mathematician, any person they can carry a conversation on, and probably could keep up with whatever workload that they're doing at the same time. Very loving person, has two sister and brother here in the Frisky Frog class, and we're going to miss you next year, so we'll have your sister and brother here to be with me, Cheryl, and you can come and visit me, okay? The Perceptive Award goes to Evan Schwartzman. He has worked, again, really hard. He has made probably the longest strides we've seen this year coming in with us. He's determined, he's silly, but he still gets the work done, and he actually has been breaking out a new side of him we didn't know. He comes out and he'll sing the whole school of song. He's got that musical thing going on. The Determination Award goes to Mikey McDonald. Dragonfly in the Explorer class. She's very adaptable. She moves back and forth, works well with all of the different groups. The other day, a couple of our friends had the opportunity to come out and thank you for supporting the College Park Cavalier baseball. But we had a lot of boys out there doing their thing. So yesterday, the boys were showing how they knew how to pitch a ball, and they're out there in the play yard, they're showing their thing. She says, no. She says, that's not how you throw a ball, boys. She gets up there, that's how you throw a ball. She says, that's how I was taught to throw a ball. And all the boys look at her and they go, okay, I guess that's how we do it. Right, that is, and each of us has our own way of throwing the ball, right? And parents, I have to say, I think, or you guys need to be careful. I think all the boys love with her. So sweet. The sweet award goes to, come here for a second, bring her, again, because you are a butterfly, a dragonfly, and an explorer this year. You've been all over the place. All right, come here. Come on up. Both James and Mackenzie have started with us. There are true second graders, right? A lot of you have been in and out doing different things and have achieved to different levels, but we at the Young Scholars, age appropriate, all of the things, James and Mackenzie have been with us and have worked really, really hard in doing that. Now, that's not what your awards are, okay? Even though you work hard, okay? The first one I'm going to hand out is for someone who is very creative, out of the box, could draw anything. And I look forward to seeing him, I don't know, maybe with Disney or graphic artist or maybe with one of those video game things. He can draw absolutely anything. So the Artist Award goes to James Garrett. And has had a journey. She started as a butterfly, but actually it started as a caterpillar, right? We went back in, we did the caterpillar thing, and she's grown through the Young Scholars. She always has a smile. She's always, when she was little, just came in and was so happy to be here and do different things. And fun-loving, always gets along with all the other children. She's up, what are you looking? You're looking to see what you're getting, aren't you? She's always checking me out, making sure I'm doing everything right. And if I'm not, she'll kind of keep me on tune, right? I need that, right? Yeah. Okay, she's grown so far from being a little teeny tiny thing to you're gonna be going off on your own next year, you and Jamesy. And the award for leader goes to Mackenzie Stewart.
This person recently joined our turtle class but has adjusted